welcome to the channel. I am Wendy, this is Wendy's Pet Salon, and this is my little home grooming salon at my home. Hello and welcome to the channel. If you are new, please consider subscribing, ring that bell, and welcome to all the subscribers that come time and time again to watch the videos. I really appreciate that you do that. Funny thing this morning, setting up my camera, going back and forth, it's fine. And then all of a sudden my camera decides to fall on the floor and this part here broke. So now that doesn't work. Maybe it's possessed from the most haunted evening. I did take it with us, but I didn't use it. Anyway, so welcome to the channel. This is what I call our Monday morning catch up. So I'm just going to go back over the week as to what we've done and what videos that we did. So my customer came early. So I have got 5 minutes just to quickly catch up with everything. Yeah, my mic is still on. This is the one I have to keep checking. So it's Monday the 18th. So the last videos that we did, I've forgotten now. So we did a little bit of shaping the pet legs, and just bearing in mind sort of areas of practicality. So under here, and at the back here. Because if they're just a little bit shorter inside there, it's going to last them, especially when your customers come on a regular basis. You're keeping them neat and tidy at all times. And then the other one was looking at belly straps, just to be conscious. Well, it was looking at my Border Terrier and Bonnie Border Terrier No Bath, or Bonnie No Bath as we call it, and looking at belly straps and just some things that I've noticed that, you know, new pet groomers do, or you may be an old groomer that's still doing that. But it was just really to point out that when customers are looking in, they might prefer not to see the belly strap. So I know it's something that when I, you know, it'll come up on my news feed and I'll see a lovely picture of a lovely groom, and it's just the belly strap puts me off. So yeah, so I was just suggesting basically try not to do that type of picture, do them on the floor, having them, you know, look at you with a treat and what have you. It's like, it's nicer to see, nicer to look at. I'm sorry I've still got a lisp. This is, I think, probably one of my final weeks with my Invisalign that I've had. My teeth are now nice and straight, but I have to have a gum shield made for nighttime. So I'm still wearing this up until this point. It's absolutely manky. And what I have to do as well is get myself a little ultrasonic thing to put it in to make sure it's clean and stuff. So I'll just tell you about my most haunted experience as well, what we did over the weekend. A lot better than my first experience. And all the people that were there were lovely and really engaging with everything, and it just made the energy so much more positive. And you know, I am putting together a video. Unfortunately, the very exciting bit where we were talking to, I wasn't really sure whether she was 59 or 95. I couldn't really work out. And basically, viewer discretion on this bit, but we went to a prison, and apparently she died in the prison. It's an old prison, Shrewsbury prison. I don't know if there's any details of any women being there, but she said she died in 1953 or 1954. Her name was Claire. I'm not sure if it was Claire May or Claire Way. It could have been Claire May if she was 59, Claire May 59, or Claire Way 95. Not sure, but she died in it's either 1953 or 1954. Very sad thing. It seemed that she harmed her own children. I won't say how she did, but this is what the board was telling us. Her husband died before her when he was 54, maybe, not sure. But she was in prison for 50 years, maybe, or it could have been 5. I don't know. She started spelling out weird stuff, so. But from what we can gather, that was the interest. But because I was stood there, I'll put a picture of me up here, doing the board, the spirit board, with all these people that I've sort of made friends with at the time, from all over different areas. And I took my own spirit board, which is very, very slippy. First time that it's ever been used, and we got that straight away. We opened up the board and we got that straight away. And yeah, because I was asking the questions and stood there, I didn't get to film that, but the Most Haunted team had took a picture, and I'll put the picture on there. Now, as you can see, I don't look too wrinkly. I don't think I do. I've still got my scar on my chin from being burnt when we went on our honeymoon, but I don't know if I'm too wrinkly. But when you look at this, I'm going to put a really zoomed up picture. I mean, I hate seeing my face as it is, but a close up of the picture, I look like an old lady leaning over, and my face looks completely morphed into something else. I actually had my hand on the board at one time, but because of what she was saying and how I was feeling, my hand was shaking, physically shaking, and it made me cry. It made me emotional. I felt emotional. So I said, I'm very sorry, but I'm going to have to take my hand away. But as for the first board that we did, well, I did with the other people, knowing that and feeling that it could be pushed. This, we had our fingers, some even had them turned up that way. So, yeah, it was clearly not being pushed, other than whatever spirit, entity, person, very, very interesting. Apart from that, we had a few cat balls going off, nothing really major. So I am putting together a little short video of our sort of most haunted experience, and it is just a short video. I didn't want to put all the stuff that, because it just took too long. We were there all night till about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, we went into the most haunted cell and did a spirit board. Nothing at all. Flash of a ball. That was about it. We got our signed thing from Stuart and Carl. I just put the picture on there. We met them. They're very huggy. Very huggy people. Come across as very friendly, very genuine. And I know a lot of the videos show them, it looks quite dramatic, but they don't come across that way when you actually meet them. So anyway, I'm not on my coffee this morning. I'm on my ginger and turmeric. Yeah, so if you are interested in that type of thing, I know I do. I like to stay positive. We did open and close the board. We always said goodbye. We always were polite and everything like that. We didn't want to, upset any spirits. Yeah, it was a very interesting evening, and it was a full moon as well. everybody was saying, I think it was some other kind of moon. I don't know what you call it, like super moon or something like that. So anyway, so there is another couple of parts to the belly strap video, which I will put up eventually. It was quite a long video because obviously I'm doing all day. So it could possibly be another 2 videos from that, which was like my daily vlog. So the next one will be, look out for Benji, Bruno and Oscar for a daily blog, and I'll try and break it down so it's smaller. If not, it'll be on another 2 parts. So there'll be lots of videos for you to watch. And then this week, I'm going to do one every single day, apart from Tuesday and Sunday. Yeah. So I'm going to have a break on Sunday because I believe this Sunday? This Sunday is my last football match of the year. So I didn't go to my training on Wednesday because I wasn't feeling 100%. So definitely need to go tomorrow, get to grips because we've got a match. Yeah, so today for my daily blog, I've got Georgie down here that came. Like I say, because a lot of my customers book for the year, I'm now full for January, and she brought me a list this morning and I haven't got any more appointments. I've got one very early in February, and then it's at the end of February. So this first one is going to have to last him a little bit longer. But I believe it's going to snow in the UK tomorrow maybe, or today. We've got a snow warning. It's no joke, is it? And then I've got Snoop, the Shih Tzu, who she's the one who suffers with inside her feet. She gets like little, they like split open her feet, and she has had them cauterized, but they just keep opening. Ollie Shih Tzu, who we may not see because the lady stays, I get him done as quick as possible because she comes on the bus and she goes on the bus. I've got Winnie and Aggie are coming for a quick groom. I had a little bit of a slot there, so they're going to come for a quick groom. And then I've got lovely little Lucy Shih Tzu, who I've done for a long time, who has, issues, and it's took a long time to get round her, but she's fine now. She's fine. So yeah, that's my day today, and then I'm off tomorrow. So I'll do this catch up / daily vlog. So this video will be a little bit longer today, and then I'm still editing the other parts of the other video following on from the belly strap video. So after Bonnie, there was another 3 dogs that I groomed, so I talked through exactly what I do with those. So if you just want to be interested in them, on the sort of things that a pet groomer does, or if you're just a dog groomer that just wants to be nosy about what I'm doing, so I don't mind at all if it helps in some way. So I'm going to get Georgie in the bath. I'll firstly let you meet him. So this is lovely Georgie. Turn around. Turn around. Ooh, there we go. No. So I thought he was going to give me a kiss then. Never mind. Yeah, so Georgie's going to have a 3. That's his usual length that he has. Hopefully it will last till the early February one, if the lady can make that one. I think you've been licking your toes. You can see when they go a little bit red there. You've been licking your toes. I think you've been licking your back one as well. So I'm going to get him straight in the bath. I'm going to fluff him up. I'm going to take it all off on a 3. And I do my normal sort of pet face. And if you can see, if we look now, when I go on about being in tandem, can you see how his head is like in balance with his body. Still, now it's grown. I think it's either 6 or 8 weeks ago, but you can see that, you know, he's in sort of proportional. So I'm going to get him in the bath. I'm going to probably bath him in the, boring him, obviously. I'm going to bath him in the Pore Naturel, the sugar candy, and it's a nice conditioning shampoo. I probably put some of the Ordinary spray, the 10-in-1 spray, throughout, just to give him a little extra bit, especially around his ears and his tail. And then we'll take a look at him, and what I'll do, I have put my remedy spray, but I've actually run out of the remedy spray, so I put some of my Thunder spray inside it, so that's maybe why he's feeling a little bit relaxed. Yeah, so where am I up to? Yeah, so I'm going to get him in the bath now, and we'll take a look at him after. I'll do a little bit of a sped up video of me doing his trim. As always, clean inside the pads, make sure his nails are trimmed, nice rounded feet. I'm just shortening it. His ear is here, so I might just take his ears a little bit shorter to last him a little bit longer. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. So it's all bathed and fluffed and ready, and I'm having microphone issues as always. That one went dead, so I don't know if I've missed any footage. We'll find out anyway. I did want to say as well, these little cat balls that I was talking about before, I said I was going to leave it in the room and see whether it goes off. It literally didn't go off at all. I turned it on. You turn it on, and then where you see it there, it'll go off, and then until something touches it, it doesn't go on again. But if you, like, I left it on here, I'll put it in that there. Put it in my little pencil holder that my daughter made for me many years ago. That will go off, and then it'll stay off, and until something touches it, it will then go on. I had it in the room and nothing happened to it. Only time it went off is when I knocked the windowsill, and that made it turn on. So I'll leave it there today to see whether anything happens with it again. I did actually lose it in the room as well. I put it down here, and then it moved along there. I don't know how it got there, but there you go. I did cheat a bit, and I took a little bit off with my my clippers. I'm going to turn the light on. Ooh. Because now he's got massive hairs, and I've took a lot of his body off. So I'll just speed it up, but there we go. Don't lean on that, sweetie. There we go. So I'll take off everything on a 3F from the back of his head, all off his body, all down the legs, and then I'll do inside the pads, around, trim his nails, around the pads, and then I'll do his head. And I'll just sort of tailor his tail. I can't tell you how lovely this shampoo is. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's not an overpowering smell, but it's fresh and it's clean, and it makes it all fluffy. And the 10-in-1, the Ordinary 10-in-1 spray really complements it and really makes it fluffy. So I'm going to just roll the camera now, and you can see, because I've got literally, what have I got? 5, 10, I've got 40, can't count. I'll just stick to dog grooming. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I've got 55 minutes to get his trim sorted. There we go. There's Georgie. And his lovely haircut. Yeah, I'm on. So 3 all over, 3 legs, nice clean inside feet, nails trimmed. I've done his tail, just trimmed off the rest on his tail to neaten it up. I did start actually with my 3F, but I always go back to my Brav 3. It just gives me a finer, neater cut. I just like it a lot. So I just spend the next 5 minutes just going over him. I'm going to find him a nice little bandana because I won't see it till next year. I did take a turn around his doodads. And like I was saying about the belly strap, you can see he didn't have the belly strap at all. You know, because the idea is, I mean, Georgie's come since he was a puppy, so, well, younger. He's come since he was younger. So he, you know, because he's come for such a long time, he's like now trained to stand on the table. So the more continual use of your belly strap, the more that they will rely on it and more that you will rely on it as well. So it's hard to do. It is hard to do, and to trust that your dogs aren't going to fall off the table. Because obviously it's something that you know as a new groomer that you'll panic about. But you know, I always have this on, so if they move forward, I've got time to, you know, move them back into place. And you can see he's standing on the table, no problem. And in some cases now, I have to tell them to, can you sit down? Sit. They're so used to standing on the table, they won't sit when you want them to. So you go, you sit? No sitting. Maybe you'll sit for a treat. A treat? Sit. I don't do sit, Wendy. Sit. No. I stand up when I'm on the table. There you go. So yeah, this part of his foot he must have nibbled it because this is exactly the same length that I've done on this leg as I've done on that leg. But he has been nibbling, so the hair looks a lot less. So yeah. That's lovely, Georgie. So that was Georgie, and I'm going to get all this tidied up and wait for Snoop the Shih Tzu. We'll see how she is. Snoopy's arrived, and from when I last saw her, she's had a major operation. She's had her eye out. Look over there. She's got no eye. Brachycephalic dogs do suffer with a lot of sort of eye ulcers and things like that because her eyes are quite bulbous. Dirt and debris, gathers on the end, and they can get ulcerated eyes. They've got such squishy faces. But when she came last time, her eyes were really bright. I've never known her to have an eye issue whatsoever. But apparently it was so bad, it had burst or whatever, that she had to have her eye out, which was unbelievable. So not only she had an eye out, but she has suffered with the feet and stuff. But your feet look okay. Let's have a look at them. Yeah, that one's a bit gooey. That foot's a bit gooey. So we have to be really, really, really careful with the feet because they're a bit sore, aren't they? Let me just check the other one. That one. Let's have a look. That one's healed nicely. I sprayed them over with Lucillin. That one's a little bit nasty. But I sprayed them over with Lucillin before she left. Well, oh, fancy having your eye out. It cost her £1,500. And also, what I've noticed is sometimes when you clip cats really short, say if it was matted, really matted, and you've had to use a really close blade, like a 10 or a 15, so you've gone really, because I mean, cats aren't meant for shaving, but when you go really short, you'll find that the undercoat will grow, but the guard hairs will grow on top, because it's because of the stages of hair growth. You find this sort of spikiness over the top of what looks like undercoat, and this has happened to Snoopy here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just let you look closely. Right, so if we take a look at her hair there, how can I show you? Can you see all the long hairs, and then there's all these short hairs? Can you see them? You see the long hairs over the short hair there, especially. You see just little, looks really short there, and then when you look to here, can you see the long hairs there? So I already discussed with the mum. Obviously, her eyes. Okay, I'm gonna just try to trim this gooey stuff away from her eye. She said she hasn't bumped into anything, so we'll just need to look after her good eye now. But yeah, this is really concerning that, but obviously she is not been well in herself. So as we know, when we're not very well, I mean, I'm not feeling 100% these days. So, and we haven't got the light now in the UK. So we always feel a little bit miserable because it's just sort of dark and grey and grim here. Why anybody would want to come here, I don't know. But especially in the winter time. But yeah, we kind of, we haven't got the vitamins that we would have now in the summertime. And obviously with her being a bit run down, it's going to affect her coat. So I'm sure that after a nice bath, I mean, she won't be coming now until next year. So this trim has got to last her. So and what I have said I'm going to do is just doing a completely mild shampoo. So I'm going to use the Innocent Ordinary on her, which is no fragrance or anything. It'll give her a nice wash. It's mild and it won't strip away any of these, nice oils that she's going to need for her coat to catch up. So, yeah. Oh, Snoopy Whippy! Hey! Anyway, I'm going to get her in the bath. I'm going to come back see her after a bath. So we're going to magically make you look beautiful. We could even grow this hair over this side eventually. Maybe just grow it completely over, you know what I mean? So you look like you've got a bit of a comb over. What do you think? You could just blend that over there. Let that grow over. As long as it doesn't weep at all, it'll be okay to cover. I'm still on green, still checking. So I'm going to get cracking with Snoopy. I'm going to wash it and then we'll come back and have a look at it afterwards. And she normally sort of has a 3 again, a bit like Georgie, and then a shape of face. Her ears sort of grow like this. So I just sort of tailor them a little bit. You do your own thing, don't they? So I'll see you in a minute. Sec. You have a bath now? Yeah. You see face? You see face? Oh, look at that. Oh. Right, so we are all... I took that dodgy stuff off her eye there. She's all washed as before. Literally, I mean, you can see it a lot more now. Those spiky things over the top. So I'm just going to take a comb attachment over the top. And what I'm going to do is start on my longest setting and just gauge how I want, because what I might do is just lift it slightly above this hair here. If I go that way, it's not really gonna, oh no, that's probably gonna be okay. Maybe I'll go down to 3. But I'm going this way because I want to give these hairs a chance to catch up. So yeah, I think I'll go down to a 3. You turn my UV off. I have a habit of not turning it off. There we go. I put my brushes in and then I think, what's that smell? And it's my UV. Right, so let's have a look. Yeah, the 3 looks better. I'm just going with the coats. There we go, sweetie. Yeah, I'm probably just going to go over with the 3. Neaten that all up. So it doesn't look so spiky, does it? It's better now. So I'll continue to do this and we'll come back and have a look when she's finished. Okay. There we go. There's lovely Snoopy. Whoopie whoopie. Hiya. How does he look? She doesn't actually look like she's got one eye, does she? Or do you? I've just gone over with the 3. I'm just my, yeah, come on. Gone over with the 3. I can't do a down at the bottom with her feet that neat because she's got these soles on her feet and I don't want to be going and combing over them too much. Let me just look at that side of your face there. There's a big chunk shaved out there, haven't you? Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. There, so. Oh, Snoopy. I'm going to put Snoopy down on the floor. I'm a little bit before time. So I'm going to send them a message to say that we're all ready. I am going to give Snoopy a bandana because I won't see you before Christmas, will I? No. So, should we give you a pink one? You want a pink one? Give this Ho, ho, ho. A little pink bandana. Let's just put that on there. Oh, beautiful. A little pink bow thing on. I'll probably put a little tiny bit of spray on the end of your tail, not on your body, just so you smell nice. I think most of that went on my hands. Yes, didn't it? Yay! That's what we want. We want Snoopy back, don't we? Yes. She's a little bit unhappy in the bath. Oh, my battery. Oh, honestly, that was a full battery this morning. Strange. So, you want a treat? Want a treat? No. So we're going to go on the floor and we'll wait for your mum. You better now? Yeah. Hey? Good girl. You want this? So that was lovely Snoopy with the one eye. And I will see you again in the new year. Slight boob. I run 2 diaries. I have my paper diary and I have this. And I haven't noticed that I put a dog in the wrong one. So a dog that's actually due on Wednesday at 1:15 has come up on my computer and it's doubled up. Yeah, it came up as double and I was like, oh my goodness. I've got a lady coming on a bus with a little Shih Tzu who was in the gap that I had because Bobby, the poodle, is in on Wednesday, but he's accidentally been put on there. So the reminder that he will have had will be for today at 1:15. Hopefully he's going to turn up early. I've tried ringing, I've sent messages because I don't want him to come out of his way when he doesn't need to. So he could possibly turn up in the next 10 minutes. Or he will have got I have left him a voicemail message as well, just to say that my fault, the wrong thing has been put in on the computer. So it's like this. It doesn't often happen, but on this occasion, I've not. I've only seen it just now before, and I was thinking, why is that double? And then I have a look, and I thought it's in the wrong day. So hopefully this lady's bus will be late so that I haven't got 2 people arriving absolutely worried that they're not going to get the dog done. So I'll let you know how that happens. We probably won't get to see Ollie because the lady stays and I get him done and she then pops back on the bus and goes back home. And then we've got 2 cats and Lucy Shih Tzu. So not a bad day today, and then obviously off then tomorrow with my granddaughter, and then Wednesday, fingers crossed, we've got Bobby Poodle, so I'll let you know. Yeah, we're on. Not away. Not away. I see. Oh, come here, sweetie. Oh, you're so heavy. Come on, let's see if you want to go outside for a week. Oh, go. So that was lovely little Ollie. He is the sweetest little dog. I know he has like heart issues, and he's like a little tank. He's not overweight because he's only got tiny little. He's just really broad. There's a lot of organs in there, you know. He's not fat at all. He's just solid. You know, he's like a bulldog with hair. He's sort of, you know, but he's so lovely, and he never bothers. You know, his mum sits there and I trim his nails and everything, and he's brilliant. He's such a good little dog, really good little dog, and he's toddling off, you know, back on the bus with her. So it's lovely. So I'm waiting now for Bobby's dad did turn up. I couldn't get him on the phone. I did leave a message. I did send a text message, and he did turn up. And I said, "I'm really sorry." I said, "But the computer says no." Basically, the computer message that came through to you was wrong. I showed him my diary. I said, "This is the paper diary is what I do first, and then I transfer them onto here. But I've obviously not transferred it right, and I haven't obviously checked properly." Sometimes I swear it jumps because I have on occasion had this, but I've been aware and I've changed it in plenty of time, not on the same day. So yeah, I showed him there. I said it is Wednesday that he's due, so I just apologise about that. I said I tried to ring you to try so you didn't have to come, you know, but he don't think his phone was on and he didn't get the message. So, and I did try a couple of times, but luckily Congleton's a really small place, so it's not like he's had to travel miles, thankfully. So I will see Bobby on Wednesday. Take 2, Bobby. So yeah, so we've seen lovely George, we've seen one-eyed Snoopy, lovely Ollie, we've got 2 cats, Winnie and Aggie, and then we've got Lucy. I've just delayed her appointment half an hour so that I can groom out Wiggy. She wishes she did have a wig, so she didn't have a groom, but do Winnie and Aggie for a groom out, and then Lucy. Cheers, Sue. So it's been a lovely day so far. So I'm going to clean up, and I keep forgetting today, for some reason, I keep forgetting to turn my UV off. I pop my brushes in there, and then I'll pick up a different brush and use that brush, and then realise the brush that I actually want is in the UV. Anyway, so that's where we're up to now, and yeah, I'll see you back when I've got Winnie and Aggie on the table. Right, so I've got Winnie and Aggie in here now. They've got separate things, and this is Winnie. Come here, Win. Woohoo! Love you too. I know you're not going back in. Put your thing there. So this is Winnie. Oh, isn't she gorgeous? Yeah. So I'm just going to give them a groom because her mum is really enjoying giving them a bath now. She loves giving them a shower, and she's got one of these special pods that you can dry your cat in. But she's learnt the trick that if you leave them in there, you know, too long without brushing them, it can make things a little bit difficult. So if you've got one of those pods, always make sure that you groomed out your cat before you put them in there, and intermittently take them out and give them a brush through, a comb through, and then return to you're so staticky today. The static going off, it's unbelievable. Oh, super soft, absolutely super soft, aren't you? Yes. Because what happens is the sort of hair gathers under here, they'll sit like all snug, and whatever sort of dead coat sitting in there, just all clumps together. Ooh, yes, like that. I mean, a lot of people said, I don't realise how you could be, sort of how firm you can be to comb them. But they kind of get, oh, look at the static. Oh, too much static. Let me get a grooming spray. Microphones. I don't know if I picked that one up. Anyway, I've got Winnie and Aggie here with me. I just got a grooming spray because as I'm combing, literally, she's full of static. I actually can feel it in my hands how much static there's in your coat, and obviously the static sort of knits everything together. So yeah, so she's been using one of these boxes to dry when she's giving her a shower. But I was saying, hopefully, I will have got that video. Yeah, so if you're using those type of things to dry your cats, you have to make sure that you groom them before, and you groom them intermittently, so that all this dead coat doesn't clump together. And it's got a better chance of drying through quicker as well, because when it's big clumps, it's just going to set. So we want to look at this. Look, watch, way right. So I've just got some of my best shot stuff. It's great for de-shedding. So I'm just going to spray it onto this lovely little soft brush that I've got, and I'm just going to brush it into a coat. Brush that down rather than spray it at her. I'm going to spray it onto my brush and then put it onto the coat. And you'll notice it's now sitting down and there's no static. But I'm just literally going to give them both a good groom through, because a mum does great with this bathing situation. She's also got a Sphinx that I found out, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I literally give her a really good groom, and I'm also going to trim her feet and her nails because she's an indoor cat. Aren't you, sweetie? Yes. Let's put some, I might just put a little in the back there. She wants her coat all fluffy at the moment. It's like the I try and remove as much dead coat out to last it, but she wants it to be fluffy, so I'm trying making it not free but keeping the fluff. Because it's the dead fur that sticks together and creates all these knots, but as long as it's combed through, it should be okay. There we go, Winnie Woo, Winnie Woo. So I'm just combing it up in sections. You see the static on that now? Just take the static out while I'm grooming you. You're a good girl, aren't you, Winnie? Oh dear, you having a grumble at me today? A lot better today, Winnie. Let's do under that armpit. All these friction areas all around the leg. And you can't actually see what I'm doing, can you? There. So the head is here. Look at too much static. See? Section at a time. So I'm going to crack on. And we shall see Aggie in a mo. And this one is Aggie. She's a beautiful colour. Aren't you, sweetie? She's got a bit of a grumpy face. Come here, my darling. There she is. Look at them whiskers. Them are fantastic whiskers, aren't they? Fantastic whiskers. She's adorable. The same again. Oh, you feel lovely and soft. Clean. Beautiful smell. Right. We just do nails. Your nails are very, very long. Like I say, they are indoor cats, so they don't, I am hungry, don't wear them down the same. So I literally, when I do their feet, I just literally give them a little bit of a tidy, just so that they're nice and tidy. That's all. They go into cat trays and things like that. And just keeps their feet tidier. So otherwise they end up getting cat litter and all sorts stuck on their hairy feet. There we go. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There we go. Let's just, you feel super soft. Obviously, I am used to doing them, so, and people do say, oh, you make it look easy, and I am aware of that. Just share me what I do with you. Some people prefer to use little bullnose scissors. Some people use little trimmers, you know, little trimmers and things. Or some people just leave them completely natural. But in the interest of hygiene and cat trays, I always give them a little slight. I'm like literally going over the top, so I'm nowhere near their delicate pads. Your mum's done a super job today. Super job. Super, super job. Okay. And she got beautiful orange eyes. Can you see? Can't, maybe can't, but They're beautiful. Beautiful. It's under their arms and friction areas where people struggle to groom their cats. This is beautiful. And you smell gorgeous. Not as much static in this coat. Beautiful. Wow. Mum's done a super job this time. I don't think it's that long ago since I did you. And she has been keeping on top with you, showering and... Isn't this a beautiful coat? It's absolutely... She's like a pancake. I'm not here. You'll have to see a video. From what I can see here, it's funny. Look at her. Arms flat out here. Look at them whiskers. Pancake. She just called you Pancake. Yeah. I think we need to rename Aggie as, or we'll call her Princess Aggie Pancake. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. No knots in here today. Oh, a little bit. A little bit in your tummy. You feel under there. You smell beautiful. You smell beautiful. Gorgeous. Well, Princess Aggie Pancake, I think you're absolutely beautiful today. It's only a tiny few little bits of knot. Little bits. And it's super soft. Absolutely beautiful. You can see your bottom. And that's all nice and clean. Still trimmed from when I did it before. Gorgeous. Very good. Well, I'm very impressed. This is super soft. So we've got the last dog of the day. Come here, Lucy Woosey. Come on, sweetie. Come here. Good girl. Oh, she's good girl. Oh, come on. Oof. Here she is. This is Lucy Shih Tzu. She's suffering terrible with her eyes. She's got cheesy eyeballs, haven't you? Got cheesy eyeballs. It's an ongoing thing. You've got drops and that, haven't you? So we've had Snoopy with a one eye, and we've got Lucy with the cheesy eyes. I don't know. Well, I'll give her a nice. Am I on? Yeah. I'll give her a nice facial. Last dog of the day. We're not going mega short. She's not a massive fan of having a haircut. I am in the ring of, what does the circle of trust is what her mum says. I am in the circle of trust. There's only so many people. Although she is getting better with the vets can touch a lot better now, and they can do her anal glands and all sorts of things. So, you know, she has progressively got better over the years. Before, she was very jumpy, very snappy. They had her as a rehome, so they rehomed her. She's cute. Bougie. They rehomed her, and the first groomer that they took her to said you're gonna have to come and pick her up because she's going bonkers. And they they said, I'll never forget, because she said, the lady said, I'll show you if you like, and she said, no, I don't want to see. So then I started my salon up in the town, and she came to have a visit and told me the situation, that she'd rescued her, and she's, you know, they want her to be regularly groomed. But she's just not the easiest dog to do in the world, and they hadn't had her long at all. And obviously they wanted to start as they meant to go on. Nails as well, especially. I used to have to use the Elizabethan collar, so I used to do all a haircut. In actual fact, I've had to do a haircuts in stages. So from here down, I could use clippers. From here, I had to use scissors. So I had to match up, what I'd clipped and scissor the same. And she'd always let me do a face and things. So then we progressed on and everything. The big clippers she's not a fan of, but she will let me use the small clippers, the small comb attachment. So I generally do her on a 3 comb attachment. In the summertime, I might go down 1 to a 2. So you might think, so if you were doing it on a blade, it would be a 3F or a 5F in the summer. But she's absolutely fine now. She's continually come literally every 5 or 6 weeks for like 8, 9 years, you know, and she's just got better, you know. Whether she would be okay with another groomer, I don't know, but it's not really worth trying, you know. She's happy and she's settled, and the mum's happy, so that's fine. Yeah, so basically I always give her a minute. She's been out for a week because her mum's just come home from work, whipped her up and brought her, so I've let her go outside to the toilet, put her back on here. She even comes to me now. Before, you know, if you went, you had to keep her lead on to be able to pick her up. You couldn't sort of let her free. You wouldn't, that was too much sort of flight area, if you know what I mean. She can just like bolt off. Whereas if you've still got your lead on, she's still contained. I do want to give her that freedom, and we've gradually been able to do that over time. So now I can let her out for a wee, she can run around, she'll come to me, and I can pick her up. So I mean, she comes in and she's on her back. So I'm probably not one of her favourite people, but she tolerates me. She used to scream in the bath, and now she's fine. So, you know, it's just like what we've been able to do over the years, being patient with her and just consistent and things like that. And like I say, used to have to do a haircut, so half clip, half scissor, and then for her nails, had to that was the last thing, put the Elizabethan collar on, quickly do her nails, that was it. I'll put a bits of harness on and stuff like that on while she's on the table, and then I'd, you know, pop her away. But she's fine now. She's so much better. But she's just suffering with her eyes, so it's making her feel a bit miserable, isn't it, Lucy? 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 You never quite trust her. You know, she just got to have your wits about her, wits about you, because there are always that chance that she just might have an off day and give you a nip. She's Shih Tzu at the end of the day. But they do really well with her, and they're able to do things a lot with her now. And you know, they used to worry about people touching her and things like that when they're out on a walk, and they don't worry about it so much now. So she's come a long way, you know, and she's got a second life, and she's got a fantastic life because they go to the beach, and she's got a brilliant life. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get her in the bath now. She's had a minute. I'm feeling a bit like I've got hairs and stuff around me today. So we'll see you when she's been bathed and dried and ready for home. There we go, last dog of the day, Lucy Woosey Woo. I've got as much of that gunk from off your face, haven't I? She's she's one of those, she's very calm and still, but then all of a sudden, woo, she'll jump. Won't you? Woo, like that. Woo. Make me jump. That's what you like to do. Like to make me jump. You do. So there's Lucy Woosey Woo. Isn't it, sweetie? I don't know if you'll have a biscuit off me. Do you want a biscuit? Let's clear off your nose. You've got hair on it. She might do. Oh, where's that gone? Oh, that's it. She's been on steroids, so she's been eating everything. No, don't like my treats. No. No. You had to have a second sniff at that one, didn't you? Oh, I forgot. What about that nice little? What about that one? No, everybody likes those. Not those. Nobody likes them. No. What about them? No. Stick your treats, she said. In actual fact, she had been poorly in the week, I believe, anyway. So it's maybe a good job we don't have any treats, because we don't want to make your tummy poorly. There we go. So that's Lucy all done. So that was my day today, Monday the 18th of November, and I will see you again on Wednesday for the next daily blog. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye for now.